Before you begin working on yourself, it is essential to first understand your purpose in life. Purpose is the compass that guides every action, every decision, and every effort you make. Without a clear understanding of your purpose, life becomes a series of random events with no direction or meaning. Too many people live without ever truly discovering why they exist, and as a result, they wander through life often feeling lost, unfulfilled, and disconnected. Purpose is the foundation of everything. When you know why you are here, every choice you make becomes more intentional. It brings clarity to your goals and actions. You no longer spend energy on things that don't align with who you are and what you are meant to do. Life then becomes less about pleasing others or conforming to societal expectations, and more about living authentically in alignment with your true calling. Understanding your purpose is not always a one-time revelation. It often takes time, introspection, and trial and error. It requires you to look inward and reflect on your passions, talents, values, and experiences. What do you love to do? What excites you? What makes you feel alive? What problems do you feel compelled to solve? These questions help you uncover your purpose. Your purpose is not defined by a job title or a role in society. It is rooted in something much deeper: your contribution to the world. It could be a mission to inspire others, create something of lasting value, or help those who are in need. Your purpose will evolve and adapt as you grow, but the key is to keep moving toward it with intention. When you begin to align your actions with your purpose, you start to experience a profound sense of fulfillment and direction. Once you find your purpose, it will become a driving force in your life. It will push you to overcome obstacles, rise above challenges, and pursue goals with passion and determination. Purpose is the fuel that propels you through difficult times and gives meaning to the mundane tasks of everyday life. It is the reason you get up in the morning, even when things aren't going as planned. When you are connected to your purpose, you no longer feel like life is happening to you. You feel empowered to shape your destiny. If you truly want to work on yourself, start by understanding your purpose. It is the starting point of every transformation, the guiding light that leads you toward growth and achievement. Everything else will fall into place once you have clarity about why you are here and what you are meant to accomplish. Cultivating self-awareness is a critical step in the process of working on yourself. Without self-awareness, it is almost impossible to make meaningful progress in your personal growth because you cannot change what you do not understand. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all transformation is built. It involves a deep, honest understanding of who you are, your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and the underlying motivations that drive them. It requires you to look inward and reflect on your own experiences and actions with a sense of clarity and objectivity. To cultivate self-awareness, you must be willing to confront the truth about yourself, even if it's uncomfortable. This means acknowledging your strengths and accomplishments, but also recognizing your weaknesses, fears, and areas for growth. It's easy to celebrate what's working well in your life, but true self-awareness requires you to be just as honest about the areas where you are falling short. This doesn't mean being overly critical of yourself. Rather, it means having the courage to look at your whole self, both the good and the not so good, and accept it without judgment. Self-awareness also involves understanding your emotional landscape. Often, we react to situations without fully understanding why we feel a certain way. By becoming more aware of your emotions, you can begin to identify patterns in how you respond to different situations and people. Do certain circumstances trigger negative emotions like anger, frustration, or sadness? Why do you feel that way? What are the underlying beliefs or experiences that influence these emotions? When you start to recognize these emotional patterns, you can begin to take control of how you respond to them rather than letting them control you. This emotional intelligence is essential for personal growth as it allows you to respond to life's challenges with calm, thoughtfulness, and maturity. Another important aspect of self-awareness is understanding your thought patterns. Our minds are constantly working, and often we are unaware of the constant stream of thoughts that shape our decisions and actions. Many of these thoughts are subconscious and repetitive, and some may even be negative or limited. For example, you may have the thought, "I'm not good enough," or "I can never succeed." These types of thoughts can hold you back from achieving your full potential. To become more self-aware, you must identify these thoughts, challenge them, and replace them with more empowering and realistic beliefs. You can begin to notice when these thoughts arise and consciously shift your mindset to focus on what is positive, productive, aligned with your purpose. Self-awareness also means understanding your values and what truly matters to you. What do you stand for? What principles guide your decisions and behaviors? When you are clear about your values, you are less likely to be swayed by external influences, and you are more capable of making choices that align with your true self. This awareness allows you to live with integrity and authenticity, instead of just going along with the crowd or doing what others expect of you. The journey to cultivating self-awareness is ongoing and requires a commitment to introspection and growth. It is not a one-time exercise, but a lifelong practice. You can use tools like journaling, meditation, or simply taking time to reflect on your day to deepen your understanding of yourself. Sometimes seeking feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or coaches can also provide valuable insights. When you become self-aware, you take full responsibility for your life. You no longer blame others or external circumstances for your struggles or failures. Instead, you recognize that you have the power to change, improve, and grow. This self-awareness is the key to unlocking your true potential, because it gives you the clarity and insight you need to make intentional choices that align with your purpose and goals. Without it, you are simply reacting to life. And with it, you are actively creating the life you desire. Embracing continuous growth is one of the most important aspects of personal development. It's not enough to simply make progress and then stop. True growth happens when we commit to learning, evolving, and improving at every stage of our lives. Growth is not a destination, but a journey, a lifelong process that requires dedication, discipline, and the willingness to push beyond our comfort zones. The moment you think you've reached your full potential is the moment you begin to stagnate. In order to truly work on yourself, you must adopt a mindset of continuous growth, recognizing that there is always something more to learn, explore, and develop. This mindset begins with an openness to change. Many people resist change because it can be uncomfortable or because it challenges their current way of thinking. But growth demands change, and embracing it is essential for progress. Whether it's learning a new skill, expanding your knowledge in an area of interest, or evolving your perspective on life, the willingness to adapt is a key element in the growth process. The more open you are to change, the more opportunities you create for personal development. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional, and the choice to grow is yours. Growth requires you to constantly challenge yourself and take on new experiences. It's easy to remain in familiar territory, sticking to what feels safe and comfortable. But if you want to truly evolve, you must stretch beyond the boundaries of what you already know. Seek out new experiences that push you outside of your comfort zone. Whether it's pursuing a new career path, traveling to unfamiliar places, or learning a new language, every new challenge provides an opportunity for growth. These experiences teach you valuable lessons, expand your worldview, and help you develop new skills that will serve you in the future. Equally important is the willingness to learn from failure. Many people view failure as something negative, but those who embrace continuous growth see it as an essential part of the learning process. Failure is not an endpoint, it's a stepping stone towards success. It's in our failures that we often gain the most insight and understanding about ourselves. When something doesn't go according to plan, take time to reflect on the lessons learned. What went wrong? What can you do differently next time? How can this experience make you stronger? By embracing failure as a tool for growth, you build resilience, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of your own capabilities. Another key element of continuous growth is the commitment to self-discipline. Growth doesn't happen without consistent effort. It's easy to become distracted by short-term pleasures or to get sidetracked by obstacles that appear along the way. But to achieve lasting growth, you must develop the discipline to stay focused on your goals and continue to put in the effort, even when it's challenging. Whether it's waking up early to read, setting aside time for personal reflection, or dedicating yourself to a fitness regimen, discipline is what keeps you moving forward, even when motivation wanes. True growth is about consistency, not instant results. As you embrace continuous growth, it's important to also surround yourself with people who support and challenge you. Growth is often accelerated by the people you choose to associate with. Seek out mentors, coaches, and like-minded individuals who encourage you to reach higher, think broader, and step into new opportunities. The people you surround yourself with can inspire you to grow and hold you accountable to your highest potential. Likewise, be mindful of toxic relationships that drain your energy or limit your vision. The right people can propel you forward on your growth journey. Embracing continuous growth means understanding that there is always room for improvement. No matter how much success you achieve, how much wisdom you accumulate, or how much you accomplish, there is always another level to reach. This mindset keeps you humble and grounded, constantly striving to become better, more capable, and more effective. Whether it's through personal development, professional achievement, or spiritual growth, the pursuit of growth is what makes life meaningful and fulfilling. By committing to continuous growth, you make a conscious choice to never settle for mediocrity. You choose to evolve, to adapt, and to improve yourself constantly so that you can live the most purposeful, impactful, and rewarding life possible. Growth is not just about achieving more, it's about becoming more the best version of yourself. And when you embrace this mindset, you create a life full of limitless possibilities. Disciplining your mind is one of the most powerful tools you can use in the pursuit of personal development. Your mind is the command center of your life. It governs your thoughts, shapes your actions, and ultimately determines your outcomes. The thoughts you entertain influence every aspect of your existence, from the decisions you make to the way you respond to life's challenges. If your mind is undisciplined, it can easily become a source of distraction, self-doubt, and negative thinking. However, when you learn to discipline your mind, you take control of your life. You gain the power to direct your thoughts and energy in ways that align with your goals, purpose, and potential. One of the first steps in disciplining your mind is recognizing that you are not your thoughts. Thoughts are simply mental events that arise, but they don't define who you are. Many people live as though they are prisoners to their own minds, believing every thought they have is an absolute truth. But the reality is that thoughts come and go and they can be changed. When you understand this, you begin to realize that you don't have to accept every thought that crosses your mind. You have the power to challenge negative or limiting thoughts and replace them with more empowering ones. By doing so, you take the first step in mastering your mind rather than allowing it to control you. To discipline your mind, you must learn to control your focus. We live in an age of constant distraction, social media, noise, and endless sources of information all compete for our attention. Yet success in any area of life requires focus and concentration. The ability to focus your mind on what matters most is a skill that requires intentional practice. It means eliminating distractions, staying present in the moment, and consistently directing your thoughts toward your goals. Whether you are working on a project, learning a new skill, or striving toward a personal achievement, the more focused your mind is, the more likely you are to succeed. Focus is what allows you to overcome obstacles and push through difficulties because your mind is not scattered. It is laser focused on what you need to accomplish. Another important aspect of disciplining your mind is developing positive thought patterns. The mind often gravitates toward negativity, self-doubt, fear, and pessimism, especially when faced with challenges. But these negative thoughts are not permanent. They are simply habits of the mind that can be changed. To discipline your mind, you must deliberately replace negative thoughts with positive, affirming ones. Start by consciously affirming your strengths and capabilities. Speak life into yourself. Remind yourself of your past successes, your potential, and your purpose. The more you focus on positive thoughts, the more you condition your mind to think in a way that supports your growth and success. It is also important to cultivate mental resilience. Life is full of setbacks, disappointments, and difficult moments. However, your ability to remain focused and determined during these times depends on how well you have disciplined your mind. Resilience is not about avoiding adversity, it's about how you choose to respond to it. An undisciplined mind may panic, lose hope, or give in to despair. But a disciplined mind remains calm, focused, and steadfast. It looks for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. When challenges arise, a resilient mind sees them as opportunities for growth and development rather than insurmountable obstacles. Disciplining your mind also means taking control of your inner dialogue. We all have an internal voice that speaks to us throughout the day, whether it's encouraging us or criticizing us. The key is to make that inner voice work for you, not against you. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Do you speak with kindness, compassion, and encouragement, or do you criticize and undermine yourself? If you want to cultivate a disciplined mind, you must learn to be your own greatest supporter. Replace the self-critical thoughts with affirmations of strength, courage, and possibility. This shift in internal dialogue helps to build confidence and maintain focus on your goals. Another important practice in disciplining your mind is mindfulness and meditation. These techniques allow you to become more aware of your thoughts and emotions, helping you to gain greater control over them. Through mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts without judgment, giving you the ability to detach from them and not be overwhelmed by them. Meditation, on the other hand, helps you create mental stillness and peace, making it easier to focus and think clearly. Both practices help you develop the mental discipline to stay centered, even in the midst of chaos. Finally, a disciplined mind requires consistency. Developing mental discipline doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily practice that requires effort and commitment. Just as you would work out your body to build strength and endurance, you must work out your mind by consistently practicing positive thought patterns, focus, resilience, and mindfulness. Over time, these practices become second nature. The more you discipline your mind, the more you train yourself to stay focused, calm, and purposeful, no matter the circumstances. When you discipline your mind, you empower yourself to control your reality. You stop being a passive observer of life and become an active creator of your destiny. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. Therefore, mastering your mind is one of the most powerful tools you can use to transform your life. With a disciplined mind, you can achieve your goals, overcome challenges, and live a life that is truly aligned with your purpose and potential. Taking consistent action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. It is the fundamental practice that transforms your intentions and aspirations into tangible results. It's easy to become caught up in planning, dreaming, or setting lofty goals, but without consistent action, none of these efforts will bring you closer to the life you desire. Consistency is the key to unlocking progress and success in every area of life. It's not enough to take action sporadically or when it feels convenient. The true power of action lies in your ability to stay committed, regardless of the challenges or distractions that arise. Consistency in action means that you show up day after day, making progress no matter how small the steps may seem. Success doesn't happen in big, dramatic bursts. It's built incrementally, one small action at a time. Each step you take, no matter how insignificant it may appear, contributes to your larger vision. It's the compound effect of these small, consistent actions that leads to major breakthroughs over time. This is why discipline and persistence are so important. They help you stay committed to taking action, even when the results are not immediately visible. Many people start with great enthusiasm, but their energy wanes when the results aren't instant. They become discouraged by the lack of immediate progress and lose sight of the long-term goal. But in reality, results often take time to manifest. Consistent action requires patience, trust, and a willingness to push through the frustration of not seeing immediate outcomes. It's about keeping the bigger picture in mind, understanding that the cumulative effect of your actions will eventually yield success. Taking consistent action also requires you to set clear and realistic goals. When you have a clear sense of what you want to achieve, you can break it down into manageable steps that you can consistently work on each day. It's easy to get overwhelmed by a large goal if you look at it as one massive task. However, when you break it down into smaller, more achievable actions, you can make steady progress without feeling overwhelmed. The key is to focus on one step at a time and trust that each step is bringing you closer to the destination. Another important aspect of consistent action is accountability. It's much easier to stay consistent when you hold yourself accountable for your progress. This can mean tracking your actions and measuring your progress regularly, or it could involve enlisting the help of a mentor, coach, or trusted friend who will help you stay on track. Accountability provides motivation, ensures you stay committed, and gives you the support you need when you encounter challenges or setbacks. It's important to remember that no one achieves success entirely on their own. Surrounding yourself with a network of supportive individuals can help you stay motivated and focused on your consistent actions. Consistency also means embracing discipline over motivation. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes based on how you feel in the moment. On the other hand, discipline is about showing up regardless of how you feel. There will be days when you don't feel like taking action, when your energy is low, or when you face obstacles that make progress seem difficult. This is where discipline comes in. It's the ability to continue moving forward, even when your motivation isn't there. When you develop the discipline to take consistent action, you are no longer dependent on how you feel. You are driven by your commitment to your goals. In addition to discipline, consistent action requires you to adapt and be flexible when necessary. The path to success is rarely a straight line. You will encounter detours, unexpected challenges, and moments where the initial plan may no longer serve your best interests. That flexibility in action means being able to adjust your approach without abandoning your overall goal. If one method isn't working, try a new one. If an obstacle arises, find a way around it. Success comes not from rigidly sticking to one plan, but from being willing to shift your approach while remaining focused on your end goal. As you take consistent action, it's also essential to celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Often people get so focused on the end result that they overlook the importance of acknowledging the incremental progress along the way. Celebrating these small victories keeps you motivated and reinforces the belief that your efforts are worthwhile. It also builds momentum, creating a positive feedback loop that fuels your commitment to continued action. Ultimately, the key to success in any area of life is the ability to take consistent, purposeful action. It's easy to get caught up in planning, analyzing, or waiting for the perfect moment, but true transformation comes from doing, not just thinking or dreaming. When you commit to consistent action, you signal to yourself and the universe that you are serious about your goals. You demonstrate that you are willing to put in the effort, no matter how long it takes. This is where success is born, not in sudden bursts of activity, but in the steady, persistent effort of taking action every single day. Taking consistent action is a declaration of your commitment to your own growth, success, and fulfillment. It is the foundation upon which all other personal development practices rest. Without it, your dreams remain just that, dreams. With it, you begin to shape your reality one small, deliberate action at a time. Developing resilience in the face of challenges is one of the most critical attributes you can cultivate on your journey to personal growth and success. Life will inevitably present obstacles, setbacks, and moments of adversity, but your ability to navigate these difficulties determines your capacity to reach your highest potential. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties or escaping hardship. It is the ability to withstand, adapt, and even thrive in the face of adversity. It is the strength to rise after falling, to persevere when the going gets tough, and to maintain a sense of hope and determination when it feels like all is lost. At the core of resilience is the understanding that challenges are not roadblocks, they are opportunities for growth. Every difficult situation you face has the potential to teach you something valuable. While the pain of failure, loss, or disappointment can be overwhelming, it's important to remember that resilience is developed precisely through those tough moments. If everything in life were easy and smooth, there will be little room for growth. It is through hardship that you discover your true strength, expand your limits, and uncover the depth of your character.